Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon. So let me show you where we stand on our course. So today is our, I think, 32nd class and we are over here. Okay. So two classes ahead we are going. But what I will do is I will just before taking your quizzes for negotiable instrument, I will just take one class for your revision. Okay, of negotiable instrument and sale of goods also. Or let us do one thing. Let us just finish off with our course, and then afterwards we will keep on doing revisions of all the entire course uh, at one go. Okay, so one by one I will take some certain chapters and we will just go for the revision. Would that be okay?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So just let us just start with today's presentation. And today's topic which we are going to start today is our partnership. Okay, so anyone, what do you mean by partnership? Anyone among us to you? What is the meaning of partnership?
Sir, when two person comes into an agreement.
Yes, come on.
Sir,
Yes,
when two or more person comes into an agreement.
Okay, so Pranav, two or more persons comes into agreement for marriage also. So
Sir,
while in the class of law, either you have to state completely what you want to say, or you should not play with the words. Otherwise, I will catch you hold. I will catch hold of you, and then you know. Yeah, Pranav. So
coming into agreement.
I think
Business
Pranav will be
transaction.
entering into an agreement with his would-be wife for a partnership. Is it so, Pranav?
अरे नहीं सर, मैं बिजनेस की बात कर रहा हूँ सर, बिजनेस
अरे कोई बात
ट्रांजैक्शन।
नहीं बेटा, वाइफ के साथ में भी बिजनेस होता है, कितनी बार होता है ना भाई। कौन है भाई, कंपनी बनानी है, कौन है? मैं और मेरी वाइफ दोनों डायरेक्टर्स हैं एंड आई एम रनिंग द बिजनेस एज सच। इसमें क्या बुरा है, क्या दिक्कत है? और मैक्सिमम प्राइवेट लिमिटेड कंपनीज आर ऑफ हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ। सो ऑल द बेस्ट टू यू। हाँ प्रणव, अब बताओ।
सर अब अच्छे से और नहीं आता सर।
बुरा तो नहीं माना तुमने?
नहीं सर।
ओके, सो समझ में आ गया अब तो?
यस सर, यस सर।
क्या समझ में आया? सबको समझाओ।
सर आप ही बता दो सर।
मैंने तो बताया ना, पार्टनरशिप इज एन एग्रीमेंट। तुमने बताया, बिल्कुल सही बताया बेटा। पार्टनरशिप इज एन एग्रीमेंट between two parties who have agreed to do certain business as a going concern and have agreed to share the profits outcome as an outcome of such business, right? So this is what is definition given under section 4 of the Partnership Act. Chalo, let us just study this in detail, right? Fine. So the Indian Partnership Act 1932, which came into force on 1st October 1932, except section 69, which came into force on 1st October 1933. खैर इन सब चीजों से अपने को इतना कोई खास कंसर्न नहीं है, but at least you must remember the date when this Partnership Act has come into, you can say, come into force. So as I have already told you before also, that this Partnership Act was also a part of the Contract Act which we had. Okay, so Contract Act 1872, it has been severed off from the Contract Act, and a separate act called a Partnership Act was formed in 1932 in order to make the things easy and make the things go also. Okay, so this is what has happened. Okay, so so all the provisions of the Partnership Act should be in line with the Contract Act, and they are already in line with the Contract Act because it was nothing but a part of the Contract Act itself. So this is what is given under the section 3, that there should not be any provisions which is contrary to the provisions of the Contract Act. So let us just go with the definition. So first most definition of the partnership itself is defining what partnership is. So according to section 4, a company is a relation. Sorry, a partnership is a sorry. I just actually why this company came into mind. Just now I have taught this company law, and company is nothing but the extension of partnership itself. Okay. So, and I was talking about winding up of the company recently. That's why these things come in my mind. Anyways, so partnership is a relation between the persons who have agreed to share the profits of the company, carried on by all or any of them acting for all. So now if you see, if you analyze it properly, if you can write, if you can remember this definition word to word, all other things which are given down over here, which are the extension of this definition, will be, you can remember this. And this is one of the very important definition which can be asked in your final exams also, that what are the partnership and what are you can say what are its characteristics or what are the essentials of partnership. Okay, so partnership is a relation between two persons. So it has to be, as contract is having 2%, the partnership should also have at least 2% to go for, who have agreed to share profits of a business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. So when analyzed, the definition tells us that in order that a person may become partners, it is essential that there must be at least two persons. Okay, and there must be a relationship arising out of an agreement between two or more persons to do a business. Further, the agreement must be to share the profits of the business, and business must be carried on by all or any of them acting for all. So here itself, if you see this words profit for business carried on means it should be a going concern business, right? So we will go further with this definition. So all the four elements must be present before a group or association can be held to be as a partners. So in other words, it can be said that the aforesaid four elements must coexist before the partnership can be said to come into existence. So if any of them is not at all there or not proved to be present, so there cannot be any partnership at all. So the first element actually relates to the voluntary contractual nature of partnership, that it has to be a voluntary thing, and there should be a free consent of all the partners who are entering into the partnership, because it's again an agreement between the partners to just carry on the partnership as such. So second gives the motive which leads to the formation of the firms. So it is actually the formation of the firms and the acquisition of gains. So all have joined hands together in order to be one. That is the firm by the name by which they will be called collectively one. Okay, and the third shows the persons of the group who conduct the business, so as the agents of other partners in the group, and therefore liable to account all the persons in the group. So this was a case which actually told that those who are managing the business on the behalf of others, they have to give a complete account of what they have done on the behalf of others. Okay, so this is Maliram Chaudhary versus Jagannath, All India Reports of 1972 Odisha case is there. So this is one case where it was proved that those who are actually working on the behalf of someone else, they have to give the records and they have to give the accounts of all the activity which they have done. And fourth is actually regarding the mutual agreeability, that they have agreed all together to be a partner of the firm. So next is, in case you have any of the discussion to be done, or any problem or anything you want to ask which comes in your mind as such, you can just please just unmute yourself and you can stop me over there. So next is what are partners, what is firm, and what is the firm name. So those who have entered into the partnership with one another, they are individually called partners. Partners means they have their own part, they have their own contribute, they have their part of the contribution, they have their part of the responsibility, they have their part of the duty towards the company, towards the firm, and they have their part of profit also, which they will be getting out of the total profits of this particular partnership firm. Okay, so they are individually called partners because they have their part to play. So they are called partners, and collectively they will be called as a firm, and the firm and the name under which the business is carried on is called the firm name. So they will collectively be called as a firm, and there will be a firm name which will be said to be the, you can say that the name of the firm, which by which name they will be collectively called. Now here one more thing is very, very clear. So in law, firm is only a convenient phrase of describing the partners, right? So this is very, very important, that a firm is only a convenient phrase for describing the partners collectively. At the same time, the firm is having no legal existence apart from its partners. Means all the partners will bind each other. So the firm cannot have any legal existence, or you can say it is not having any legal entity. So firm is not a legal entity at all. As the company is a legal entity, the firm is not a legal entity. The firm cannot file suit on anyone else by the name of the firm. The firm, no property can be held at the name of the firm itself, because firm is having as such no entity, no legal. It's not a corporation. It's not having any legal entity. It is only a collectively the name of the members who are the name of the members of the partnership. They will be collectively called as a firm. Otherwise, firm is nothing to do with the legal existence. Okay. So as with regard, the firm name partners have a right to carry on the business under any name and style which they choose to adopt, provided they do not violate the rules. Suppose, for example, somebody has opened a firm Government of India Limited. So this type of firm will not be there. Okay, so anything which is confusing, which is misleading, which actually deceives the people, so such type of thing must not be. So suppose, for example, one person has opened a shop which is named Indian Army. So this is something which is misleading. So these type of things should not be there at all. And a partnership firm should also not use the word limited. Why? Because this is something to be used only by the companies, and that too those companies which are publicly limited. So on the basis of this, let us just discuss about what are the essentials of the partnership. Meanwhile, if you have any problem till now, you can ask me. Come on. Any problem? Anyone? Dipender Gujar. Dipender Gujar. Are you there, Dipender? Dipender Gujar. Chirayu, are you there? I want Dipender Gujar to be marked as absent.
Hello, sir.
Dipender, where you are sleeping?
No, sir. वो sir.
What?
ये सर नेटवर्क इशू आ रहा था सर इस चक्कर में.
नेटवर्क इशू? अभी नेटवर्क इशू नहीं आ रहा है.
सर आवाज कट रही है सर आपकी.
Any problem, Dipender?
ये सर आवाज कट रही है सर आपकी.
Do you have any problem?
No, sir.
Okay, tell me what is partnership?
सर दो पर्सन के बीच में जो होती है सर वो पार्टनरशिप होती है. मतलब
दो पर्सन के बीच में तो कुछ हो सकता है दीपेंद्र.
मतलब सर कोई बात को लेके एसोसिएशन ऑफ टू पर्सन.
क्या?
टू और मोर पर्सन सर.
मोर पर्सन्स भी? अभी तो तुम टू ही कह रहे थे, अभी मोर भी आ गए.
हाँ सर.
तुम क्या चाहते क्या हो यार दीपेंद्र? हाँ दीपेंद्र.
नथिंग सर.
मैं पार्टनरशिप की बात कर रहा हूँ भाई. दो पर्सन्स के बीच में, और दो से ज्यादा पर्सन्स भी तुम बोलने लगे. क्या आगे तो बोलो, क्या पूरा तो करो.
हाँ
तुम
सर.
ऐसे आधे पे छोड़ोगे तो फिर पता नहीं लोग क्या क्या समझेंगे. अब देखो सब हंस रहे हैं.
कोई नहीं सर.
कोई नहीं तो पूरा तो करो. दो पर्सन के बीच में क्या
सर? कोई काम को लेके सर, मतलब उनके बीच में कोई एग्रीमेंट हुआ हो उसको पार्ट.
Anyone else want to speak? You can please come on.
Sir, when two or more persons.
हाँ भाई बोल रहे. You want to say something?
नहीं सर, बोले प्रियम बोल रहे.
नहीं तुम्हें बहुत हंसी आ रही है. तुम बोलो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है.
नहीं सर, Sir, when two or more persons come for a formal agreement and they share profits, that is called as a partnership. For
They
for
come for a
conducting a
formal
business.
agreement and they share
Yes,
profits.
yes,
So
sir.
two or
Certain
more
And
com
losses or
two
losses.
persons have come. Prem, ek minute. Two persons have come to just get married, and now what will be the whatever will be
No,
the
sir.
benefits they will
To
be
carry
getting?
on a business. When two or more
You
persons
never
come,
said,
they
yeah. You
formally
never
made a
said
agreement.
carrying on a business.
Oh, sir, वो miss हो गया होगा. To carry on a business, and when they share profits, and they also put their, financial and all, that's mainly called partnership.
Good say. So carrying on business is very, very important.
Yes, sir.
Pranav,
Yes, sir.
Dipendra Gujar. Dipendra
Yes,
Gujar,
sir.
carrying on business बहुत important है भैया,
Okay, sir.
है ना? और साथ में
Yes,
शेयरिंग
sir.
ऑफ प्रॉफिट भी. अच्छा एक बात बताओ, कैन एनीवन टेल मी, इज इट नेसेसरी टू शेयर प्रॉफिट्स, नॉट लॉसेस? Come on.
सर मैं
No, sir.
प्रॉफिट एंड लॉसेस दोनों.
प्रॉफिट्स को शेयर करना जरूरी है, लॉसेस को भी शेयर करना जरूरी है.
यस सर.
No, sir. No, sir.
कौन बोला नो सर?
Sir Gaurav.
हाँ बोलो बोलो. Give explanation why no.
Sir, it should be mentioned in the sir. It should be mentioned on the deed. At the
Should be
time of
mentioned in
agreement.
the. Very good, very good.
Deed.
वेरी गुड.
Sir.
गौरव, मैंने भी डीड पढ़ाई भी दी है, तुमने अच्छा क्या बोला, दैट्स एक्सीलेंट. तो जरा अब ये भी बता दो, ये डीड क्या होती है?
Sir, written principles at the time of agreement that what should be profit decided in the between partners and what should be the ratio of losses
ओके फाइन.
and all other conditions. The time.
यशस्वी,
Yes, sir.
यशस्वी
यस सर.
बेटा तुमसे अच्छा तो कोई नहीं एक्सप्लेन कर सकता, है ना?
सर मैंने कि
है कि नहीं?
सर ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
बताओ बेटा क्या होता है?
सर एक बार रिपीट कर दे. एक्चुअली सर मेरा नेटवर्क इशू हो रहा है तो कट कट के वॉइस आ रही है.
पार्टनरशिप डीड क्या क्या होती है?
सर पार्टनरशिप डीड इज अ डॉक्यूमेंट in which there are the partnership like जो rules and regulations होता है, जितना profit कितना loss और क्या क्या सारे conditions होती है वो सब mention होता है, कितने year की like partnership है, कौन सा business है, उन सब के बारे में पूरा mention होता है, वो एक document होता है. That is known as partnership deed.
चलो fine. So guys, you have tried very good and I hope you are able to understand what I have taught you. Yeah, Dipti, you want to say something? Come on. Yes, Dipti. हाँ बेटा.
Partnership is an agreement between the partners of the firm,
Yes.
and that outlines the terms and conditions of the partnership among the partners.
Very good. Very good. Excellent, Dipti. Great. Yeah. Anything else? Anyone else want to contribute over here?
सर इन पार्टनरशिप डीड
हाँ.
इट इज मेंशन, जैसे इसने सर जो ने बोला था ना कि प्रॉफिट बांटना जरूरी होता है, लॉसेस नहीं, तो वो ये है जो एक्टिव पार्टनर होगा उसके जो उनकी डीड बनी होगी उसमें जो रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस होंगे तो उसके हिसाब से उसमें उन्होंने मेंशन किया होगा कि ये पार्टनर स्लीपिंग पार्टनर है, बस इसकी गुडविल और उसके थ्रू उसके लिए बस वो अपना प्रॉफिट शेयर लेगा, उसमें जरूरी नहीं है लॉसेस ले.
तो स्लीपिंग पार्टनर्स की जरूरत क्यों पड़ती है?
बिकॉज ऑफ देयर आई थिंक देयर नॉलेज. एक पॉइंट ये हो सकता है, एक उनकी गुडविल मार्केट में, उनका नेम, उनकी फेम, जिसकी वजह से हमारे बिजनेस को बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉफिट होंगे.
Very good, Raghav. You have given a very good angle. And let me tell you one more thing, guys. Suppose normally क्या होता है, just what we have just now discussed is that the partnership is a partnership for the profits. It is not like that. Those partners who are actually contributing profits equally may not have agreed to contribute their losses also equally. So there can be, suppose for example, minors can be admitted as a partners with the consent of all the partners. Minor can also be admitted as a partner, but only in case of profits. So he will not be sharing the losses of the business. But in case, yeah, he may not be given anything if the profit is not happened. But at the same time, if losses are there, you cannot compel him to share in the losses because he is a minor. Okay. And secondly, the sleeping partner, which just now Raghav has told, there can be an agreement between the partners as such that a person will not be able to go for any losses. He will not contribute in losses, but he will always be given a certain portion of profit because it is his name, because of which the company or the firm will be earning more. Okay, Dipti, any other thing you want to ask, or you want to contribute any other thing?
No, sir.
Yeah, Dipti, put your hand down then. Okay, fine. So let us just proceed further. We'll be able to see something more, some more insights about it. So it is an association of two or more persons. There has to be at least two persons, or more persons can also be there in order to have the partnership. So we will discuss about how many maximum number of partners can happen. That will be a separate issue. So therefore, unless there are at least 2%, there cannot be a partnership. A person must be competent. So now what the thing is, all the essentials of the agreement, which we have studied in the contract, all the essentials of a contract has to be there in those persons, then only the partnership agreement can happen. So a person must be competent to enter into a contract. They must be all be a natural or artificial person. So even if a company has been created, company is an artificial person. The company can also be a partner by its own name because it's an artificial person. So a company can be, suppose for example, A Limited. A Limited can be in partnership with Mr. X, or two companies, A Limited, B Limited, both of them can have one partnership agreement, partnership deed. Okay, thus a corporation or limited partnership may itself be a partner in a general partnership if provided by its articles. So it has to be provided by the articles, or you can say the powers of, it should be within the powers of the company to be a partner somewhere else. They can also enter into the partnership. Next is an agreement. So existence. So first thing, it is very clear. There have to be two competent persons who have come together by their normal consent, means there is a free consent to just enter into an agreement. So now next is the agreement. So two persons, and next is the agreement. The agreement is the existence of the agreement is the essential of the partnership. Section 5 of the Act states that the relation of the partnership arises from the contract and not from the status. So a member of Hindu undivided family carrying on a family business, they cannot be set as a partner. Okay, until unless there is an agreement. So example, husband wife they have carried on certain business. They will also not be called partner until unless there is an agreement between these people to be the partner of the company. Okay. Next is the business. So partnership implies a business. When there is no association to carry on a business, there is no partnership at all. So the term business is, however, used over here in the widest sense to cover any trade, any occupation, any profession whatsoever. Okay. So as per section 2B of the Act, the term business includes every trade and occupation and the profession. In the definition of the partnership, the word business is used in the sense of carrying on business, which suggests the continuity or repetition of the acts, but it does not mean that it should be confined to lengthy operations. It may be consist of a single venture, but the thing should be, it should be continuing in nature. Okay. Yeah. Next is sharing of the profits. So to constitute a partnership, the parties must have agreed to carry on the business to share profits in common. Okay. So profit means the excess of return over the advances or the excess what is obtained over the cost of obtaining it. And we very well know what is the meaning of profit is. Okay. So sharing of profit also involves sharing of losses. But whereas the sharing of profit is an essential element of the partnership, sharing of losses is not. So anyone, I have just now given you the example, a person who is just now Raghav has also given the example that a person who has contributed his some know-how or his name is sufficient for the firm to earn. So he may not contribute in the losses. So there can be an agreement between the all the partners that this particular person will not be contributing in the losses. If losses, if any, will be distributed, suppose among his 4, and this 5th person will only be having the share in the profit. So if profit will happen, it will be divided into 5. If loss will happen, it has to be divided into 4. At the same time, same is the case with the minor also. Minor will also be a partner in the profit, not in the losses. So it follows that the sharing of profits is an essential ingredient of partnership, and there would be no partnership where only one of the partners is entitled to whole of the profits of the business, but it is open to the partners to agree. So now what happens that there can be an agreement. So whatever type of agreement the partners want to have, they can have all those agreements in order to ensure that they are there. Means the sharing of profits, so profit is there. So for example, it can be, suppose for example, every partner has decided that they will have 10,000 as their profits, and that too if the profit will, so profits will happen to the firm. For example, whatever the profits are, we will divide it into equally. So that is one. So that can be 2:2:1. So whatever share they want to keep, they can have the specific proportions or specific sums as the share of the profits. Next is a mutual agency. This is actually the true test of partnership. Though other tests, other things are there, but until unless there is a mutual agency, you cannot say there is a partnership. So mutual agency is a true test of partnership. You can say mutual agency is foundation of the partner's liability. Now, what mutual agency says, it says that each partner is both an agent and a principal for himself and others. That is the significance of the phrase that carried on by all or any of them acting for all. So this is the phrase which is given under section 4 of the Partnership Act, which means that each and every person who has declared himself to be a partner of a partnership firm will be having the dual role. That is, he will be the agent and he will be the principal also. So both the things he has to keep up, and then only the firm will be called a partnership firm. So each partner is an agent binding all the other partners who are principal, and each partner is again a principal who in turn is bound by all the acts of the other partners. So in other words, there must be facts or circumstances from which it can be inferred that each of the person allied to be the partners was an agent. So whatever is the act of a agent, all will be bound by it, and all will be equally liable to the third parties for any act of any of the partners. So this is the actually you can say it's the mutual agency, which is a true test of partnership. So besides all these things happens, there may be two or more person, there may be agreement, there may be business, there may be sharing of profits also. But until and unless there is a mutual agency, a partnership will not be called as a partnership. Okay, so this is the most important part of the partnership as such. So any question up till here? Anything you want to ask? Come on, Dipti. Any question? Neha, Pranav, Priyam, Yashash.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Fine. So let us proceed further with the formation of a partnership. So formation of partnership according to definition of the partnership under the Indian Partnership Act 1932, there must be an agreement between the partners of the partnership firm. Thus, the partnership arises by the contract. So that's why this was a part of the Contract Act only before. Okay, so partnership, because it's an agreement, or you can say it's a contract. So it must have all the essences of the valid contract. So there has to be a free consent. There have to be the competency of the people to just enter into the contract. The object of the partnership should also be valid, and it should not be forbidden by law. It should not be immoral, or it should not be against the public policy. But there are two exceptions to it, which we used to have in the contract, normal contract, and the partnership. What are these exceptions? These are: a minor may be admitted to the benefits of existing partnership firm with the consent of all the partners. Number one, because in that case, in case of normal agreement, which is not an agreement of partnership, minors are not allowed to enter into an agreement even by the consent of anyone. Okay, so minors agreement was treated to be void ab initio, but here minor can be admitted to the benefits of the existing partnership with existing. Now here the problem is, the main important point is the firm should be the existing partnership firm. So what happened if a minor can minor be a partner in a firm which is newly being made? The answer is no. Minor cannot be a partner in the firm which is newly being made, but he can be a partner in any of the existing partnership firm but with consent of all the partners. Even if one partner is there who has consented against the decision of the firm to keep minor as a partner, the minor cannot be admitted. Next is, as a relation of the partners inter se are of the agency, there is no consideration required. Now, what happens in normal agreement, the consideration is an essential element, but in case of partnership, no further consideration is required. Why? Because the partnership is an agreement, or it is an agreement of mutual agency. Next is the partnership deed. So as just now told about partnership deed by Neha Goplani, also Dipti also just puts through some light on the partnership deed. So partnership deed is an agreement of the partnership between all the partners. Okay, so it is an agreement, and at the same time it will be called deed when it is registered, right? So an agreement of partnership can be oral, but to avoid the disputes, it is always advisable to have it in writing. So what it describes? It describes the mutual rights and the obligation of the partners in detail, and it is in writing, and there is a format for it, and then it is to be registered, and then it will be called as a partnership deed. Okay, thus the written document which contains the mutual rights and obligation of the partners is known as partnership deed. The partnership deed is also called partnership agreement, constitution of partnership, articles of partnership, whatever. So it is named differently in the different countries and different places. So hardly matters, for the purpose it will be called a partnership deed. So the deed must be properly drafted, stamped, because there is some profit involved. It should be properly stamped according to the provisions of the Indian Stamp Act. Each partner should be given a copy of the deed, and if the firm is to be registered, a copy of the deed should be filed with the registrar of the firms also at the time of registration. So the partnership deed is not a public document, and therefore it will bind only those third parties who have actually have the notice of it. So partnership deed is to bind all the partners and not the entire public. So entire public will be bound, but only to the extent they have the notice of it. Now, one more question which you can ask over here is that is it necessary for the partners to register the firm? So the question is no. The partnership, it is not mandatory for the partners to register themselves as a partnership firm, but the important thing over here is that if any dispute happens, nobody else is liable for more than ₹100. Okay, so that's why this makes indirectly the registration of partnership as a mandatory one, though it is not mandatory according to the law. So if you are going to register the partnership, then you have to, the first most document which you will be requiring is the partnership deed, which has to be registered with the registrar of firms of that particular place where the partnership is to be done. Now, what are the various contents of the partnership deed? So partnership deed comprises of various things. So first of all, it comprises of the name of the firm and the business which is to be carried on. Okay, so that will be one thing which has to be there. Further, the name and the addresses of the partners are to be there. Nature and the scope of the business, addresses of the business places where they will be doing their business. So commencement and duration of partnership. So when the partnership agreement is about to commence, that is separately to be mentioned. At the same time, the duration of partnership means the period for which the partnership is there. If it is the partnership by time, then it also should mention. If it is not, then it can be a normal partnership also, means it is forever. So provisions of the further capital and loans by the partner to the firm. Then the partner's drawings. What will be the provisions regarding partner's drawing? What will happen if the partner is contributing extra capital? What will be the loan by the what will be the provisions regarding the interest on loan given by the partners to the firm? Interest on capital, if there is any to be kept. So if nothing is given in the partnership deed regarding the loan to the partners, then it can be 6% only. But in case if nothing is given regarding interest on capital, no partner will be allowed to charge any interest on capital. Okay, so anything regarding drawings, so how much the drawings the partners will be doing, So that these things are there. Salaries, commission, and remuneration of the partner is to be given. And most important regarding the partners, partners is the profit sharing ratio. So the profit sharing ratio must also be properly given in the partnership deed itself. Next is keeping. How will they keep the books of accounts? What will be the process of inspection and audit of the bank accounts? What will be the accounting period? By default, the accounting period is from 1st April to 31st March of the next year, but still, because it's a partnership firm, they can have some other dates also. So previously what used to happen, the new year actually starts at the Diwali. So they used to keep the Diwali dates and they used to run according to the Hindi calendar. So that can also be done. Okay, had this been a company, this is not allowed in case of company, but in case of partnership, the accounting period can be decided by the partnership itself. They can even keep the period of the calendar year. They can keep from Diwali to Diwali. Some people keep it from Makar Sankranti also. So these things are there. Okay, so whether and in what circumstances the notice of retirement, resolution of the partnership, what will happen at the death or retirement of any partner, and what will happen regarding the dissolution, what is the how the goodwill will be valued at the time of retirement, death, and dissolution, what will be the method of valuation of the assets and the liabilities on the retirement of the death of the partner, provisions regarding the expulsion means when the partner can be expelled. Okay, so there can be certain circumstances and the partner needs to be expelled from the firm because he has done certain acts which is not at all which is actually defaming the partnership, and it is actually it is not good to have such a partner with the firm because it is defamatory. So in such a case, for example, one thing was there that if any partner is traveling in the train without any ticket and he is caught, so that is a sufficient ground for expulsion of the partner from the firm. Next is provision regarding allocation of business activities to be performed by the individual partners, and who will perform what type of activity. If it is also given in the partnership deed, it also helps in resolution of the things in the future. So any arbitration clause, and arbitration means the settlement of the disputes. If it happens amongst the partners, then there can name of the arbitrator given in the partnership deed itself, that this person will resolve the disputes, and if any disputes will happen over there. Okay, so these are the contents of the partnership deed, and accordingly the partnership will be formed. So tomorrow we will be studying about the classification of partnership. So till over here, these are the contents of the partnership and the introduction part, which we have covered as I have already shown you in your syllabus, right? So anything you would like to ask me, or you have some questions? So I'm here. Come on, if you have understood, and if you have fully understood it, then well and good. Otherwise, you are free to ask any question if you want. Come on. Yes. Yeah, Pranav.
Sir, how is a partner, a agent and principal of a company?
See what happens. It's not an agent and principal of a company. It's a partner is itself an agent of, suppose for example, there are 5 partners, right? So 5 partners, each partner, the activity done by each partner will bind all the remaining 4 partners. Okay, for example, a partner has taken a loan at the name of the firm, but not a personal loan by the name of the firm. He has taken a loan from the bank. Okay, and he was empowered to take the loan from the bank as per the partnership deed. Now the company, this particular firm is not at all able to meet the loan. So whatever is deficiency, all other partners will have to contribute in that. In that case, the partners cannot say he has taken loan alone, so he will bear all the expenses or all the whatsoever is default. So it cannot be a case in any way. So everyone, whosoever is there, they have to contribute. Is that okay? So in that case, what happens? Activity done by one partner is actually binding others. So all are the principals, like whatever agent do, the principal is bound by it. So all others are partners are bound by what that particular partner as an agent has done. For example, some other partner has taken goods on credit. Okay, so those goods on credit which has been taken by other partner, this partner who has taken the loan from the bank will also be equally bound, okay, to the creditor for providing the amount of the loan back. Is it okay, Pranav?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Anyone, anything else? Very good, Pranav. You have asked a very good question, and it was very much relevant also. Anyone, anything else? If you want to ask, please come on. So should I ask someone now? Jayant Divedi. Jayant, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Jayant. So what is a partnership deed, Jayant?
सर पार्टनरशिप डीड सर कि सर पार्टनरशिप में सर कोई एग्रीमेंट टाइप कर कुछ करना.
Okay, it's an agreement between the parties. You want to say this?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So what does this agreement says? Agreement can be agreement to marry also.
नहीं सर, to divide profit and losses between the partners.
So this is agreement regarding the conducting of a business. So you should also speak fully, right, Jayant?
Sorry, sir.
Oh, no problem. No need to be sorry for this. But yeah, it's good that you are active. You are there in the class. Yeah. Anyone?
Yes.
Anything else? Abhishek Singh Sisodia, are you there? Abhishek Singh Sisodia. Absent. Surbi. Surbi single. Surbi single. Not there.
Yes, sir.
Rishabh. Yeah, Surbi. Surbi, what do you mean by arbitration? गूगल कर लो, कोई बात नहीं.
हाँ सर, बताती हूँ.
गूगल करके बताओगी?
सर बता रही हूँ, 1 मिनट.
कर लो, गूगल कर लो.
Sir, to settle the dispute.
कोशिश करो थोड़ा लैंग्वेज चेंज करके बोलने की, कोई बात नहीं. गुड गुड.
The use of an arbitrator to settle a dispute.
मैंने कहा आर्बिट्रेशन क्या होता है? वो अच्छा चलो, आर्बिट्रेटर क्या होता है ये बताओ.
Someone who is appointed to solve the disputes.
Okay, who can this be? Someone? लड़की का चच्चा?
So some official person, official body.
Official body means ये नेहा गोपलानी, can she be arbitrator or not?
I don't know, sir.
Why you don't know? Official person. Neha Goplani can be arbitrator. It doesn't depends on official or unofficial. It totally depends on the people. Those who are subject to that dispute can appoint arbitrator by their own. Okay, and the award of the arbitrator will be final for them. This actually is used in order to reduce the litigation in the court of laws. Okay.
Okay.
Chaliye, fine then. Let us conclude the class for the day. And let me just see who are there in the class now. Let me take the attendance. Fine. So please say yes, sir, while your name is being announced. Okay. Abhay Jain, Abhay Singh Shekhawat, Abhishek Singh Sisodia, Akash Jindal, Ashutosh Sharma, Ayush Verma, Azan Ayub. अच्छा ठीक है. दीपक थानवानी, दीपेंद्र गुजर, दीप्ति राकेश, देवयांशी, गगनजीत सिंह, गौरव शर्मा, हर्षित गुप्ता, जयपाल सिंह तंवर, जयंत द्विवेदी.
Yes, sir.
Kanishk Vilochi,
Yes, sir.
Kashish Sharma, Khushi Wadhwa,
Present, sir.
Sakshi Sharma, Manish Kileri, Naman
Yes,
Singh,
sir.
Neha Goplani, Parija Gupta,
Yes, sir.
Pranav Sharma, Raghav
Present,
Singhal,
sir.
Priyam Soni,
Yes, sir.
Rajveer
Priyam
Singh Anand,
present, sir.
okay, Rajveer Singh Anand, Rishabh Goyal,
Present, sir.
Rishi Kanungo, Ritik Yadav, Sahil Khandelwal, Sangya Gupta, Sriyansh Jain,
Present, sir.
Sukhbir Singhal, Tanishq Agarwal, Vaishnavi Mishra, Vikramaditya Singh, Yashashvi Purohit, and
Present, sir.
Yashpal Singh Mahecha. Fine. So guys, thank you and have a nice day, because I think you have some more classes today. You can go
Sir,
for
Raghav Singhal
now.
present, sir.
Huh?